What are your big questions? The questions we ask ourselves, and the ones that we don't, are foundational to how we live. Our thoughts, if you think about it, are really just a compilation of questions being asked and answered over and over and over. It then follows that the questions that we ask and our awareness of them are foundational to behavior formation and mindset in our life. By simply becoming aware of these questions, focusing on what it is that we want from life, and coming up with ways to formulate new ones that serve that vision, we can drastically change our experience and quality of this life. So let's unpack this concept. What's your big question? Let's just start with one. Here we want to get clear on the questions that are driving our predominant behavior in social situations, in work, in play, and in our personal lives. Because the questions that we ask ourselves, no matter how frequently, are often unconscious. But it's not easy to just become aware. So let's examine how we can perhaps get closer to these questions. To start, one of the best things we can do is to set focused intention to find them. If we ask questions, answers will come to us. So try and find out what these questions are. Perhaps go for a long walk, or sit in silence, looking at your favorite view out of a window, or in meditation. When we slow down and when we quiet down, we may find that our questions or our limiting beliefs start to occupy that space. And then we can record it. We can speak these things out loud, or we can write them down, or we can talk to a friend about them. You might identify one of these habits or behaviors as worrying about the future, as lying, or as stealing, or as cheating. And then start to uncover the dialogue that fuels those behaviors that you want to change. Pick one of these habits, and then start to think about the questions that could be driving that behavior. Let me make this real with an example from my life. When I started trying to find out what my questions were, I noticed that one of the big themes that emerged was that I would often feel constricted and anxious and really worried in social situations. I was a people pleaser. I cared too much about what other people thought of me. I identified that a big question that I was asking myself in these situations is, why don't people like me? What can I do to get people to like me? I then became so focused on changing myself, on changing my behavior to appeal to what I thought others wanted, that I forgot what really mattered. I forgot about what I thought of myself and didn't even really care. This driving question wired my brain to think of all the reasons that people didn't like me, all the things that I had to do to get them to like me, that I couldn't enjoy myself. I'd have to feel restricted and anxious because I wasn't presenting as me. Awareness is the first step. Getting an understanding of the fact that these questions aren't producing the reality that we want allows us to change them. It gives us the space and the desire and the motivation to change. So get clear on what questions might be driving your behavior. In our next video, we'll explore how to deepen this awareness to make it real and dive into how, perhaps simply by asking a new question, we can forever change